Okay, today we're going to go over email security. I know this is always my favorite topic. I just love dealing with email. So,
do you really?
No,
Well,
it's like a giant, dark spot of the day. How many emails do I have to read?
you mean a black hole?
Yeah.
The Cygnus X1 of the IT world.
I think Steve loves them though.
Steve loves email.
I do.
Yeah.
I send a lot of them out.
There you go. There you go. It's all good.
So kick it off.
Well,
Me?
Yeah, Steve, kick it off.
I'm going to do a quick intro. So Slick Cyber Systems, we're an MSP in Pennsylvania, Whitehaven, Pennsylvania, serving the entire country. Thank God. And this is Steve. This is Chris. I'm Jim. And so.
Well, let's talk about some of the key aspects of email security.
Okay.
So start off with phishing protection.
Ooh, phishing. Phishing. Now, you mean FISHING with a pole, a trico rod, or PHIS.
No.
You want to fish? I wouldn't mind fishing. I don't think we can get anything in the pool back here, but, no. All kidding aside. Phishing, PH, with a PH, not an F. Phishing is an attempt from, I'm going to use the term bad actor frequently. It's an attempt from a bad actor to be able to get you to click on a link, click on an attachment to infect your computer, or get a remote control piece of software installed that you don't know about, and that they will take full advantage of.
They hooked you
with keyloggers. Yeah, they're hooking you, right? Yeah. And then of course you have click here to change your password. That kind of stuff.
Well, aren't they trying to reveal sensitive information?
Well, that's the whole point.
You click on something, so you say, yeah, here's my address, here's my phone number.
That's the whole point.
So you're giving away all your information.
So if you think about it from a hacker standpoint, right? Somebody is unethical. They could try to hack the firewall and hack the server, hack the PC. I mean, that's a lot more difficult than it is to send out an email and say, here, click here, and it looks like, FedEx, UPS, Amazon, whatever. It looks just like their site. They have all the logos embedded and everything. It looks nice. And you try to change your password, and of course, what's the one thing you put? What's your current password?
This is the easiest way.
Now you gave them all the information to get into your account.
So how do you protect yourself from it?
All right. Well, again, we use a program called Graphis, which is Kaseya product, that literally is AI driven, that looks at the email. It looks where it's coming from. So guys, Amazon sends you an email. All right. You need to change your password. Your account's been hacked or whatever. You can literally, it will go in and look, and it's going to find out, what's the originating IP address. What's all that, the header information, where did this email come from? Well, wait a minute, that's not a normal thing. That's not a normal starting point for this email. Flag.
It's suspicious.
And it's suspicious. So the email will get delivered to you if it doesn't find an actual, attachment that's, shall I call it, rude, with a virus or whatever in there. If it finds that, it's just going to quarantine the thing, and it will never hit your, the Exchange server, period. But, and I'm saying Exchange, it could be, G Suite, whatever. I mean, but you know what I'm trying to say, the email server. Now, that's consequently all it does is M365 and G Suite. It doesn't do, your basic POP, GoDaddy account. Well, GoDaddy's different, because GoDaddy uses Microsoft now too. A lot of them are, but you know what I mean. Ionos maybe, because they use their own thing. It doesn't cover that. But hopefully you're not using that for your business anyways. Or your standard Gmail account, right? The freebies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to cover that. I mean, guys, it's a Gmail account, for gosh sakes. I mean, you shouldn't be using that for your business. You should have your own domain. If you have a website or not, irrelevant, but at least it should be coming from your domain. Now that I got that out of my system, I mean, if it's not sure, it puts this banner up and says, hey, you've never received an email from this address before, this person before, are you sure this is good? And of course, when in doubt, get it to your IT people, the people that actually can look at the headers and understand what they're looking at, and be able to decipher, is this good or is this potentially malicious? There's two ways of dealing with this. If you're not sure and you're really on that edge, pick up the phone and call. Call Amazon customer service. Hey, I just received this email and blah, 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 blah. Well, we never send email. We would never do anything. Okay, well, now you know it's garbage, right? And then you mark it as phishing, and then it deletes it from every user's email in the entire domain.
So that also works in conjunction with spam filtering.
Yeah, absolutely. The spam filtering, like in a firewall, for example, I mean, it does so much. Because remember, everything in email is sent clear text. I mean, there's nothing encrypted in email unless you buy an encrypted piece of email. We'll get down to that a little bit later on. But so it's, in my opinion, this is a huge thing. You have a good solution to be able to cover and look at your email that's coming in and say, I don't know if this is good or not, or this is fine, or and if it's fine, okay, we mark it as safe, and the AI learns the patterns. Okay, this user typically sends. But again, in those situations where some bad actor from pretending to be another company sends an invoice in for $8,000, and we've seen that. I mean, countless times. I can't even count how many times I've seen that.
It's almost daily.
It is daily.
Somebody that says something daily. Is this for real?
Yeah. And I think that's just it's a huge thing to keep your data protected by being smart and having a good piece of software there to at least alert you and say, hey, I think this might be bad. Look at it. And again, the user's probably not going to be able to decipher that. They might. I mean, if they have some gumption, they're going to pick up the phone and say, hey, did you send me that email for an invoice? Well, who are you? I've never met you before. Well, that's garbage, right? Or, oh, yeah, no, that's very real. Remember the order you just placed? Oh, yeah, it's okay. So mark as safe, mark as spam, mark as safe, right? Or mark as phishing, mark as safe. I think that's just it's part of doing business today.
So how can you protect your email accounts from being hijacked?
I mean, obviously using software like that is a big thing. How about training? I mean,
I think that's a big piece. That's a big piece that's constantly overlooked.
Do you know, exactly, Chris, I agree with you 100,000,000%. The user community is not trained as well as they should be. They don't have to become IT experts. They need to just look for stuff that's not normal, not right, and be able to act upon it.
I like to think about when you have a person that's like a receptionist, or you have salespeople. They answer the telephone. They talk to your customers. They talk to those people. They're trained. But you think about how many people you have, and unless you're just solely a sales call place, where that's all you do all day long, nobody is. If you have 100 people that work there and you only had 2 or 3 people answer the telephone, but you have 100 people answering email, it's like 97 people just out there doing whatever they want.
And oh, by the way, you've trained those people who are answering that call to say, hey, this is blah, blah, blah,
act a certain way, do a certain thing, and challenge. Yeah,
exactly. So gatekeepers,
yes,
right, if you will. Yeah. I mean, but it's not just not gatekeeper function. Gatekeeper function could mean negative to keep the crap
calls bad guys out, or at the same time just defending the person that's calling in.
Who do you need to talk to?
Yeah.
I want to get you the help now. So, but they're trained, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, and training comes with time, and so consequently for our customers, we offer training as well. Through that's automated, and they're constantly getting fed fake spam and fake phishing emails to see if they click on them.
They're training. They're training emails that simulate fake things.
It's training. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just training.
But it's useless if it's not looking as real as possible.
Yeah, correct. And they do. They look very real. And but then of course, on a quarterly basis, for all the customers, we're actually sending a 5, 6, 7 minute long training series to go with that, so it's like, okay, well, what did you learn? You know what I mean? You didn't trust this one, you trusted that one, but it wasn't good. So you need to look for this. You need to look for this. You need to look for this. And when in doubt, contact IT.
Yeah.
Contact the IT staff and at least let them look at it, because again, what's the whole deal? You're protecting the data, which is your business. So
where don't you want your data to end up at?
in their hands, in the bad actors' hands.
Dark web?
Well, dark web, the bad actors, right?
Because they're going to sell it. Once they get a hold of it, maybe they can't use it, but they're happy to sell it.
Heck yeah, and they're going to make money doing it, and which is just pathetic. But
the great part about the training piece is, from management, you're always, there's more you have to do every day. You're constantly looking at this report, that report. This is going to give you the bird's eye view of who within your company is sorely needs some training
and potentially opening your business for risk, which, by the way, you have to pay insurance on. So. Do you want your business down? Do you want delays in orders? Do you want delays in getting, getting money or paying your bills so you're late? You really should be concerned with this. This is a huge thing.
Yeah.
And realizing that human being is the number one vector for getting in, via an email scam. It's the number one vector. The human being is either going to click or they're not. If they're trained well, then they're at least going to flag it and not click right away. So that's kind of where I'm going with that.
So is your email backed up through Microsoft?
Oh, hell no. Oh, God, no. Steve, to some degree, it is, but if, oh my gosh, I deleted these, 60 emails from my inbox, sorry, man, you're SOL. You're SOL. She gone. Again, now to a backup strategy, which we're going to talk about in the next video, you should be paying for some type of backup for, the Google or Microsoft world, because you never know when you're going to need it. Again, we're going to cover that whole topic in the backup video, but yeah, it's not by default backed up. It's just there.
So there's only one other point we never talked about, and that's encryption for secure email.
Email encryption. Email encryption is a third-party tool. It does not come out of the box with anything. Any email provider, you're sending in clear text. If you are sending information like PHI, right, protected health information, name, social security number, address, driver's license, that sort of stuff, you should be purchasing, an email encryption service. We use a couple different ones. Identilect is the most common that we use, but just because the price is right and it does the job. It does the job.
It's pretty common to need it today.
Yeah,
we get a lot of users that have questions with regard to that. I need to send email and it needs to be secure.
How many times have you guys been to the doctors and you'll have a bill or something come in and say, well, just email me your
or the bank.
Sure.
Even the bank knowing it and saying, I need you to send over your driver's license and your social security, and you know that they're real. You're talking, they're the bank.
Yeah.
They still want you to just email me it.
And again, it's training on their part, right? You'd send me an encrypted link, which most people don't have. Or how about walk into the bank and hand it to me, and then we'll take care of it. When it's the home user. But yeah, no, it's a necessary evil, and that doesn't mean the entire company needs it. It may just be a handful of users, that you have, your employees that need it. But
these encryption services will actually look at your email and try and find phrases and say, are you sure you want to send this unsecured? So it lets you know if you have something that possibly could be. Yeah,
it's again depending on the app that you're using, but yeah. So email, just to kind of summarize, it is probably the number one black hole for malicious activity in IT that there is, because the human factor comes into play in every single email that comes in the door. In the environment, I should say, not in the door. But any questions? Give us a call. Slick Cyber Systems, 570-215-8888. You can reach us also on the web at slickcybersystems.com. And that's with an S at the end, slickcybersystems.com, like the shirt says here. And we can definitely help and guide you and provide whatever services you might need to help protect the very thing we're talking about.
If you got questions, just call.
Have a good one. We'll see you in the next video.
If you find this content helpful, please like the video, subscribe, and share with your friends and your colleagues. Thank you.